Welcome to New Game Plus. This is a retro gaming podcast where three guys spend 1 year playing 52 old games, and then we talk about it. My name's Dustin.
My name is Kenny.
Candy Cane Nolan.
And this is our 2022 Christmascast.
Ho, ho, ho.
Christmas time is here, and as always, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is to talk about gaming throughout the year. This is our annual Christmas episode where instead of talking about a single retro video game, we do what we like to call around here, we've coined the word, a retrospective.
Hey,
It's
that
our
makes
term.
sense.
Yeah.
It's an NGP dictionary
Word.
It's an NGP
They
dictionary
pay us.
word.
They pay us. Dictionary.com.
Merriam-Webster may actually pick it up and put it in
Okay.
the real dictionary.
It's dead.
If we
Britannica.
keep going.
All right, I know the terms too, guys. Y'all aren't that
Webster, hello.
Britannica? Okay, listen. This episode is always a lot of joy because we look back on yesteryear and we reflect, thinking, was that good or not?
Well, it's
No.
always good. Wow,
And
Kenny,
then-
negative.
And then we look to the future, yonder year, and we think, is that going to be good or not?
We think, wow, is that going to be a holy night?
Ooh, nice. And then also what else we do for this show is we have now, for the second time, we're doing it this time, second annual, we are bringing on a friend of the show, Tom Tate,
Woo!
to
I like
host
Yeah.
a game for the three of us. Historically, it's been just the two of you, with me serving as host of the game. But starting last year, I got to play along with you, and I won.
I don't remember
Well-
if you did or not, but I think I did.
I don't think anybody wins games except for me. Here's the thing.
We can't all say
You
the
were a
same
great
thing.
host, but Tom is next level, and he's perfect, and I love these episodes.
Tom's great. I loved it last year. I do have fond memories of when Dustin hosted, though, and I won every game.
Yeah, well, okay.
You never won a single time.
He's actually crazy.
I do think it was rigged this last year because Nolan did win according
Okay.
to the rules, but
the one which we all agreed upon when we entered the game.
but you
Yeah.
had paid Tom off. We found out after the fact.
No, I don't do that. What, in candy canes?
No, in Z-Bucks? What's
NGP bucks?
Fortnite? What's Fortnite?
NGP crypto.
Yeah. So we're doing it again this year, except we're going to have a different winner, read me, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. So without further ado, would you help me welcome our former editor and friend of the show and Santa's favorite elf, Tom Tate! Woo! Welcome, Tom!
Back again.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me back. This is awesome.
We're so glad
I'm
you're
excited.
here. We've missed you. Have you missed us?
It's weird because I listen to you every week. So like, yes.
So
and-
is that a
I mean,
no?
I miss
He
hearing.
paused a little
Yeah.
bit.
That was
Yeah,
a no. That was a no.
Yeah.
Well, then I take it back.
I miss you guys. I miss you guys. I miss you guys.
We miss
But-
you
but-
too, Tom.
But it's strange, right? I have not been as heavily involved in the community this year. I've been busy with a lot of other things, but I've been a heavy listener. I've been listening every single week, so it's been great.
Yay. That makes
Thank
me
you.
feel good.
We are glad you're still part. I mean, you've never left our hearts. You've left our editing table, but you've not left our hearts. We're glad that you're back, and you are going to lead us in a game. And if I understand correctly, it's a game related to the 52 or so games that we've played in the year 2022. Is that correct?
That's correct. So we're going to play Guess the Game,
Okay.
right? And because you guys have played so many games over the years, we're going to limit it to just the past year. So for anybody playing at home, I would recommend you pause right now. If you're able to, pause right now, pull up the Retro Master List, right? Filter it by date, and just check out those games, right? The last 50 or so games.
Yeah.
Tom,
And
I
so-
can't remember what we played last weekend.
It's
so
hard.
You're going to
yeah,
lose.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull up the list. If you, I recommend you guys have.
I've
the
got
list
it.
up.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got
Ken-
the
Hold up.
list.
Kenny
Yeah.
does
And-
not.
Well, no, he just pulled it up. I saw him struggling. So the year began with, just so that everybody can be on the same page, the year began with aerial assault.
Was that
Okay.
Shmup?
Oh, Well, I'm not
Oh,
telling you.
spoiler?
I am not helping you, sir. And
Okay,
the
whatever.
year, and then it goes to date right now. So whatever is the most recent game we played at the time of this episode, that is.
Yep.
Those are the 50 or so
Got
games.
Got it.
And in true NGP fashion, I randomized. So I didn't pick any personal favorites. I randomized which 5 games, right? So we're gonna do 5 rounds of guess the game, right?
Oh my gosh.
So there are 5 games that I randomized. Within each round, I'm going to give you 5 clues, and you're going to write down your guess after each clue. Okay, so each round is worth 5 points. Does that make sense? So we can do a quick 3-round. Let's do a quick 3-round. Dustin, you have to sit this one out because I already gave you these clues. But we're going to do a quick 3-round, super fast example for everybody playing at home, right? So anybody who knows my podcasting history, I'm a big fan of video game magazines. I had a Nintendo Power podcast. So what I did was I went back to the era that the game was released. I pulled video game magazine reviews, previews. I looked at the back of the box for a lot of these. I read the manuals for these games. So a lot of these clues are going to pull from those artifacts, right, from back in the day, those relics, right? So we'll pull from those. I also have a couple of music tracks linked in here too. So anybody playing at home, you can hear some of the tracks and see if you remember playing those. And I have some community commentary, right? So anything that Dustin read at the end of the episode, right? I bleep out a couple times where we mention the name of the game, so I'll say blank this and blank that. I promise I'm not cursing, right? I'm just bleeping out the family friendly. We'll keep it clean, right? So any questions before we get into this?
Were you going to give it
so many?
Were you going to give a trial or a test run?
Let's do a trial for everybody at home too.
Yeah.
So instead of 5 clues, I'm going to give you 3 clues, right? And after each clue, you're going to write down your guess, right? So if you guess wrong for the first few, but then you get the last 3 right, you'll get 3 out of 5 points, right? Okay. So each clue is an opportunity to score a point, right?
So
but we're not going to go over your answers. We're not going to go over your answers until after the final clue.
Right. And if you're convinced you got it right after the first one, after the second one, write down
that
one again. Don't just
you just keep writing it over and over again. Yep.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So this is a test.
This is a test. Clue number 1. This comes from volume 162 of Nintendo Power magazine. This was the Metroid Prime issue of Nintendo Power, right? So you got to listen for those context clues, right? Because I'll give you some clues so you can date it. If it's a Nintendo Power, it's on a Nintendo console, right? So those clues will be helpful, right? So this is from that magazine issue. Power Play. The meter in the upper left of your screen will flash once you defeat enough enemies. Press A and B simultaneously to use a special shout attack that eliminates all enemies nearby. Look for rocks and sticks to use as weapons also. So that's clue number 1.
Oh, Lord.
And just so you know, in the trial run, I got it off of the first one, but I did have
you did get it. You did get it. Okay.
All right.
So in the interest of time, I'm going to move briskly.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So for all those podcast listeners at home, maybe you can go down to like 0.5 speed or something. But for everyone here, we're going at full speed. So clue number 2, this was an IGN.com review at the time of release. Blank is a simplistic side-scrolling action platform design that follows the movie's plot almost to a T, abridging actual movie scenes and adding new elements to make the movie fit better in this video game layout.
Movie, huh?
Yep.
All right.
And clue number 3, this is from the back of the box, the back of the game packaging. Get ready, it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out, fairy tale journey of twists and turns, flips and throws, with all the zany fun you've come to expect from the not-so-lean green fighting machine.
Wow.
What?
Nolan's lost.
Nolan still doesn't know.
I'm so lost.
He's gonna
keep that list. Keep that list up. Keep that retro. Keep the game list up because I think it's going to be helpful.
Okay, I got it.
Dustin, do you want to tell them? Do you want to tell them what it is, or do you want to hear their guesses?
You want to hear my guesses?
Well, I think they got it at this point.
Let's hear it. Yeah,
Let's hear
Nolan.
Nolan's
Let's hear.
first.
Let's hear let's hear your guesses.
Like what I think it is, or what I put
In
for
order.
each round?
Yeah, in order. Yeah, for each round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful Joe, RoboCop 2, Shrek. Hassle at the Castle.
Perfect. So you got 1 point.
1
for that.
point.
Perfect.
Got it. I needed
Okay.
to fail so I could know.
Yeah, that's great.
That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
And this was a test. Yeah,
You're
this was a
helping
test. All right, Kenny.
Yeah, so
Your guesses.
I put nothing, and then I put Shrek Hassle at the Castle twice.
Nice.
There were a couple
Nice.
movies
Okay,
in
so
there,
you would have
though.
gotten 2 points, right? And Dustin, you said you got it on the first try?
I did. I believe that
Okay.
in chat or in our DMs you had sent the full thing, but I just looked one at a time. But I did have a little bit longer than they did.
Oh, so you cheated.
Oh, this was
Sure.
a test.
Oh,
All
this
right.
is a test.
Yeah. So are you guys ready?
Oh.
Yes.
I've never been readier.
Okay. We get
Ho, ho, ho.
we get the premise.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get into the first formal round.
Ooh, baby.
Clue number 1. This is also from Nintendo Power, volume 44. The cover of this has Mickey Mouse wearing a firefighter suit. Mickey Mouse wearing a firefighter suit.
Right.
It is a review of the game. The size of the game is 4 megabits, right? That's the size of the game. And the pro is, as in previous blank games, the control is outstanding. The variety of weapons is as inventive as ever. The graphics are great, and the enemies are cool. The con for this game, unless you just like to see more variety in the gameplay, characters, or story, there's really nothing bad about this game. So there was no con.
Oh.
So that was clue number 1, Nintendo Power Volume 44, a review of the game.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay. God help
Okay.
us. All right.
You guys locked in.
I
How
don't
many
know.
megabits again? Because that's important to me.
4 megabits.
So small.
like a
That's
floppy
really
disk.
small. It's like a
It's like
fingernail.
floppy disk.
Uh,
I know.
Okay.
All right.
Crazy what they could do back then. Okay.
Back when?
Clue number
What year?
2. This is. Oh, yep. Yeah.
No, I was just saying.
Not giving
I'm
it
trying
away.
to get more information.
Clue number 2. Okay. This is from the game's manual, right? As you blast blank's cybernetic creations to smithereens, you will gain their special weapon and add it to your arsenal. You can view the various weapons you have collected by pressing the start button.
Okay.
Okay. Clue number 3 is going to be our first music clip. So let's play that clip. It's a 15-second clip. We'll play that now, and you guys can guess for clue number 3. I'm looking for the visual cues when the head bops stop that we're good to proceed, right?
I've
So
heard that one before.
clue number 3, that is a classic, very much so. All right, clue number 4.
Oh.
This is from Game Pro, issue 42. We have the Battletoads on the cover of this one, and it is a review of the game. Like a fine old oak tree, blank preserves the traditional blank gameplay while injecting a measured dose of new and improved to the enemies. Blank, the developer name, must get some sort of cashback rebate for recycling video games because 1993's blank is deja vu all over again for disciples of the series. If you're one of the few NESers who've never fired up the blank or thrown blank a bolt, this installment is a great place to start your blank training.
I love the blanks. It's really good.
Yeah.
If that was clue
I don't want to
4,
give it away.
Clue 5 is going to
Is
be
the name.
very obvious.
Yeah. That's the name of the game.
Clue 5, for any long-time listeners and friends of the show, Clue 5 is going to be very obvious. It is commentary from one of your most, I'd say, regular listeners. And Dustin read this one, and it's from Garlisle. I only played this game for an hour this week, but I'm pretty sure my full commentary could fill a roughly 53-minute podcast by myself if I wanted. So here's the short form. Of course he is referring to his blank podcast called What Am I Podcasting For? And then Dustin said, oh yeah, I love that, says Nolan. He's got a great podcast. And then Kenny's like, I've never heard of that before. Who's Garlisle? And then I ignore him and continue to read.
It's funny because Kenny has no idea what
He doesn't. It was a
that
great
means.
bit, and
we never talked about it.
we didn't, and it made me laugh. Kenny would really appreciate it.
It was a good bit. I really enjoyed that bit.
Yeah.
Kenny, you should listen to your episodes. I think it would do you well.
You heard it here for 1,000.
But I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. All right, so I'm going to take score, right? So
Okay,
let's start with Dustin. You can rattle off your guesses from first to fifth.
I did not get it right on the first one. I said Golden Axe 3 because I'm an idiot. The second one, I said Mega Man 5. And then I stuck with Mega Man 5 all the way through.
Awesome. The correct answer, of course, was Mega Man 5. So that's 4 points for Dustin.
Good.
Kenny.
I did not put an answer for the first clue. Apparently that's a thing I do when I panic and don't know. But then I, too, on the second question, did come up with Mega Man 5. Stuck to my guns all the way to the last question when I got really, really confused, second-guessed myself, thought about swapping, and didn't. Thankfully.
What if he would, huh?
That would have been ridiculous if he
Nice.
He's like, who else is the Blue Bomber? Let's see.
did. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so the question is, Nolan, did you get it in 5?
I did. All 5, baby.
You did.
Oh, you got it from
Nice.
the first.
From the
Nice.
first.
I love it.
Nice.
That's the way to do it. Very cool. All right, awesome. So for our next game number 2, we're actually going to start with a music clip.
Ooh,
So this might be a little challenging. This might be a little challenging for clue 1. So I'm going to give you the name of the track, which is Guard Encounter. Guard Encounter.
Oh.
So this is game 2. Listening now. Lock in those guesses.
First answer locked. Not entirely sure.
Locked.
Clue number 2 is a Game Informer magazine review. The concept of the game, an incredibly deep RPG set over 4,000 years before the formation of the blank. Graphics, impressive lighting, decent battle animations, and beautiful environment details. Sound, over 90 minutes of newly orchestrated music by composer Jeremy Soule and tons of spoken dialogue. Playability, combat and character customization couldn't be better. The teammate AI scripting is a tad temperamental at times.
yeah.
And entertainment, Dustin knows it, entertainment bursting with longevity and reasons to play it over and over again. Clue number 2.
Okay. Got it.
Clue number 3 is from the game's manual, in which it talks about character classes. There are 3 initial character classes to choose from at the beginning of the game, each with male and female versions. The 3 classes are Scoundrel,
Sentinel.
Scout, and Soldier.
Cheater.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
Say those one more time.
Scoundrel, Scout, and Soldier. Clue number 4 is a review from GamePro magazine. Blank is an ambitious balancing act for developer Blank, a PC-style RPG for a home console audience weaned on Japanese-style role-playing games like Final Fantasy X, a hybrid RPG that retains Blank's elevated customizability and side quest counts while satisfying legions of fans. The hardcore PC roots are all here, modified Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition rules, feats, and traditional 6-attribute stat system included, a completely customizable main character, and gaggles of submissions piled on top of oodles of side quests.
Not
That's
gaggles and oodles
canceled.
in one sentence.
Gaggles and
They're
oodles. As in Baldur's Gate 2, every choice you make in conversation or action slowly nudges you toward one path.
Kenny wrote that review.
Yeah,
You would
I love
be
it.
so lucky.
He's a oogler.
And clue number 5 is some more fan commentary from the listener community. This is from Clen. And Dustin said he wanted to include one dark side comments. In many ways, blank is one of those genre-defining experiences. It's a legend in gaming, and well, I just don't like it that much. I understand why it's so beloved between the setting, characters, and music. It's clear that a lot of love was put into this title. I just don't love it back.
Clint, people are going to come for you again. Just so
Yes.
you know, take cover.
Okay,
Like you
that's
can
the
do
final clue.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not leading this.
Let's hear it. No.
Oh, okay.
You are leading this.
For my first guess, I guessed nothing. Panicked.
Okay.
Then, in my second guess, I have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay. And did you keep it?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 points for Nolan. That is the correct answer. Dustin, what did you get?
I started with Knights of the Old Republic and carried it all the way through.
You got the song?
Wow.
I
Recognize
did.
that
That's really
track.
impressive,
Nice.
actually.
By title alone, I thought we were going to go Final Fantasy, but then I knew that wasn't Final Fantasy. But the the orchestra of that sounded so Star Wars.
Yeah, but
to
I
me
was
that I went
there were a
with it.
couple that I was like, maybe that could fit in a couple. But I also thought Final Fantasy. Good job.
And by the way, I said Sentinel, and that's one of the Jedi classes you pick later, so I wasn't entirely
Later on.
yeah, you're
Yep.
gonna give
Yep.
clues away. If
I
you
know.
keep
I
showing
I
off.
got way
Yeah.
too big of a head, and I'm going.
did.
I'm bringing it down.
Kenny, how did you do?
So I ended up with 3 points. I started by guessing Dark Messiah of Might and Magic.
That crossed
Music
my
itself
mind, brother.
didn't super fit, but I got caught up on the name. And then I couldn't get away from it on the second answer. Just didn't have quite enough info. But I got there on answer number 3.
Very
Nice.
good.
Nice. Okay, so we are currently neck and neck, Dustin and Nolan with 9 points. Kenny, you are not too far behind with 7 points. And we're going to move on to our next game. Clue number 1 comes from EGM Volume 116, Electronic Gaming Monthly Magazine. This is the Mario Party issue. Yeah, Dustin remembers it.
Love that one.
This is also a review of the game.
Okay.
So the review gave it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm giving you some more context clues. 3 words best sum up this game. It gets better. After a dull first few levels, Blank delivers atmospheric, massive environments and clever puzzles that are challenging but never to the point of frustration. The adventure itself is satisfyingly long, especially since you can see new stuff when you replay with the other characters. The animation and music is fantastic. I only wish I didn't have to fight the camera so much.
Oof.
9 out of 10.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh, that one's hard.
That one's very difficult, Tom.
Okay.
Okay. Clue number 2 is going to be the audio track.
Okay.
So this is going to be game 3, and we're listening now. Are we ready for clue number 3?
Yes.
Ready.
Listener commentary from Super Gamer Guy. Super Gamer Guy said, Blank isn't nearly as bad as it may seem at first glance. Though the first 2 areas are bland, flat, and relatively empty, the game soon introduces new and interesting environments for the player to explore. Furthermore, the soundtrack is often more ambient and energetic, but manages to create a more calming mood for the player to relax in.
Love
I
it.
hate that Nolan knows it. Nolan, what is it real quick?
Oh, well, I'll just text you really quick.
So this next clue number 4, is a fun one. The source of this clip from a magazine is not fully determined. It's believed to be from an Australian magazine called Nintendo Magazine System.
Okay.
Right. The source is debatable. But it is screenshots of this game side by side with screenshots of another game, also in the same series. And the article reads, Nintendo versus Sony. If you ever needed proof that the N64 is miles ahead of the 32-bit competition, just compare these shots to the new PlayStation version of Blank. Whereas the N64 version features fully 3D characters and backgrounds, along with dazzling light effects, the PlayStation title is a flat 2D platform game where the tiny hero has to fight big, cheesy monsters. No comparison, really.
That's a spicy article.
What a dig. I love that hot take.
Wow. I
And
love
it'll make
watching
more
these
sense.
guys.
It'll make more sense when we
No,
reveal.
that's
when
the
we
worst.
reveal.
I don't have
Yep.
it. My guess has been
You've
wrong this
definitely
entire
got it.
time.
And our final clue comes from GamePro issue 126. This is a review of the game. Graphics 4.5. Although Blank's fog is pervasive, the character design and some of the bosses look incredible. It's not as visually intense as Zelda, but Blank's horrors are still apparent in its graphics. Sound 4.0. Not a lot of excitement for the ears, but Blank's good tension-building mood music and blood-curdling howls will make you sit up and pay attention. Some moaning, screaming, or even eerie whispering would have helped, though. Control 4.0. The basic controls are simple, yet the leaps of faith will drive you batty. The off-screen dangers like bats and flying heads will make you howl, and the game's difficulty level will make you feel like you've been bitten in the neck. Fun factor 4.5. Regardless of how you feel about the controls, you'll still love the game's rich storyline and bewitching gameplay. Blank provides a hot time in the N64's Dead Town Tonight.
Okay, Kenny wrote that one as well. 0 out of 10.
I've
review.
been writing so many things, guys.
I can't wait to hear these lists.
Start with Kenny.
Yeah,
No,
please.
I'm
Yeah.
still
Hopefully-
putting my fifth answer.
It
right
doesn't
now.
matter.
Okay,
That's how bad
you gotta
this
lock
has
it
been.
in. You gotta lock it in. Hopefully it was obvious by the final clue.
Dustin's like, nah, not
I'm
really.
still nervous about this one. I changed it 3 times.
Oh,
That we're talking about Castlevania 64. And clue number 4 was comparing Castlevania 64 to Symphony of the Night and saying that it was a much better game, which I absolutely love because we all know that that's not true.
Wait, is it? I thought on that one you were saying they were comparing that like re-release on the PS1 they did of
It was
Castlevania
a Nintendo magazine showing the gameplay screenshots of Symphony of the
Oh,
Night.
I got you. That's so
Because it's
funny.
2D, and that was a time when 3D was better no
Yes.
matter what. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
anything in 3D
All right,
was
what
better
points
than
did
2D.
everybody
so.
get?
Yeah, let's
Kenny, how many
let's
points
start with
did you get?
let's start with Kenny.
Yeah.
Let's start with Kenny
You
on
guys
this
should be proud of me because I did get 1 point.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. What were your other
Yeah.
guesses?
Other guesses in various orders that were completely off the map included Bomberman Hero. At one point, I started to write down Toho 7 Perfect Cherry Blossom, then I deleted it and just left nothing. I put Goemon's Great Adventure at one point, and then started to delete that, and then didn't, and then I finally got there. So it was a journey. It was a journey to get there for me.
Dustin?
Nice. You made it. Dustin?
I actually started with Saga Frontier because he said something about going through the same areas with other characters, and that's what
Yeah.
you did with Saga Frontier. And then I changed to Goemon's Great Adventure, like Kenny did, and I stuck there. Although I wasn't satisfied.
You
with
didn't
it.
look happy with it, yeah.
Oh no, was not happy with it, and changed it on the last one. So I too got 1 point.
I put nothing for
Nolan.
the first one, and the
Okay,
track
gotcha.
did it for me. It's 4 points.
4 points. Wow. Okay. So
I
we have
played
2
that
more
game
rounds.
a lot that week, if y'all remember, and so that
Yes.
track
Yeah.
immediately was like, oh,
That was the
It's
main
fun with
menu.
you.
So that was the main menu of the game. Yeah. So you would have definitely heard that track a lot for sure. Yeah. Okay. The next game, clue number 1, comes from the game manual. So the actual booklet that the game was shipped with, and there is a mini map in the specific manual with a call out that says wardrobe. You can't expect to impress the ladies if you keep wearing the same old threads. Buy new clothes often, then use the mirror next to your wardrobe to see just how fly you look in them.
oh my god.
Mirror next to the wardrobe to look how fly you look at them.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait 1 second.
No.
I
Okay.
know this. Just
Okay.
give me
Here we
just
go.
No, we're good to go. Go ahead.
Continue.
This is the redemption round for somebody. I can feel it. So we're gonna listen to the game number 4 track now for the next clue, and we'll play that now.
That listening to that made me think, should we at one of our Patreon goals be the three of us go to a club sometime?
Definitely not. You were enjoying that way too much. So no.
Yes.
But thanks for asking.
People
I'm loving that goal.
Yeah.
I'm loving that goal, and I will up my patronage if that does end up there for sure.
you're
Only if
telling-
I can tag along. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Okay, so that was from one of the loading screens. So there's another clue. So that was from one of the loading screens. So you might have heard that track a lot while you were playing this game as well too.
Yeah.
Clue number 3 is an IGN review.
Oh, God.
And the review says, the story mode is blank's greatest strength. What I'm about to say may be shocking. It may be controversial, but darn if it isn't true. Blank's story is better than Fables. Yes, the story of this game is actually better than that of Microsoft's excellent RPG. In fact, this is probably the best story ever seen in a blank genre game.
Kenny is.
That's not too
writing
hard, since most genre games feature very bizarre and almost incomprehensible storylines.
Kenny's reviews are
it's so bad.
insane.
Yeah. I love these reviews. That's why I had to include
Like,
some of
so
these.
bad.
So that's clue
That
number
review
3.
shouldn't help anybody because it's absurd.
Clue number 4. This comes from Nintendo Power, Volume 186. This is the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes issue of Nintendo Power. So I'm dating it as well. A great blank game that's loaded with extras. Blank steps up with 5 fighting styles that you can combine as you customize your character. You can also purchase licensed blank clothes, jewelry, tattoos, and hairstyles with the cash that you earn from pounding opponents. Advanced difficulty keeps you from getting by with button mashing alone.
Easy.
Got it.
Yep. And clue number 5, we're going to give it away here. It's from Chris. I was borderline dreading playing this. The first few hours were an absolutely frustrating slog as my wind-up animations were constantly being interrupted by my opponent. After persevering and learning the game's nuances, I changed my tune. Not only is blank an excellent blank game, but it's also one of the most enjoyable gaming experiences I've had this year. I felt like a god as my obnoxious, out-of-place, white bread custom avatar ended round after round with a devastating haymaker.
Nice.
Good.
Yep. So I'm guessing there are no zeros on that round. So let's see who had the most. We'll start with Dustin.
Yeah.
You currently have 10 points, so we'll start with Dustin.
Immediately went for Def Jam Fight for New York.
And you kept it.
Yes, kept it all the way through.
Perfect. 5 points. Nolan.
Same.
No!
I wanted to go 50 Cent Bulletproof because I was thinking, I think you can change clothes on that one too. But then the track on the second one confirmed it. That was not a 50 Cent song. I was like, yes, Def Jam. So 5 points.
Perfect. And Kenny, how did you do?
Yeah, I got there at the beginning and stayed strong. I doubted myself a couple times along the way. Almost
you
swapped
shaking
my
your head.
answer to Yakuza at one point. There were a couple other things that you said
No.
that made me think of other sort of fighting moments
Yeah.
and
I mean,
whether they fit better, but I stuck with it. 5 points.
Dang.
Love it.
We just crit. All three
We
of
did.
us.
The only way for Kenny's not in this, but the only way for me to win this at this point is for Nolan to get 1 point. Or no, I don't. Yeah, I think Nolan to get 1 point on this. Nice.
You have a 3-point deficit.
Oh, just 3 points.
That's not
All right.
bad.
Kenny,
Yeah.
you've done.
I'm not
You're
within
with a 3-point
5?
deficit.
I don't know.
No.
You're within 5, Kenny.
So it's still
there's
anyone's-
a possibility.
If
There's a possibility.
if Nolan and I get a 0 on
If
this
I
one,
die,
and you get a
yes.
5.
If
Yeah.
I
Okay.
die
Yes.
right now,
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Just, okay, have some strokes. Cool.
Let's see. Let's see how this shakes out for
Okay.
everyone playing at home. This is our final game. So
I want to
get your pads, get your pens and pads ready. All right, clue number 1. This is from the game manual. So this is from the book that comes with the game. In its long history, the land of blank, like most civilizations, has experienced both the devastation of war and the prosperity of peace. According to legend, the ultimate disaster was averted generations ago when 4 brave heroes saved their people from certain destruction at the hands of villainous creatures.
Tom, I feel.
Clue.
Okay.
When 4 brave heroes.
4 brave heroes of light. No, I didn't. I added that.
Okay, I was
the
gonna
light,
say
please.
you better
not here as a
stop
light, yes. I'm trying to throw you off.
You're
Okay.
being successful.
Okay.
Okay.
For the next clue, we'll listen to our final music track. The title of this track, I'll give you the title. It's Time of Judgment.
Okay.
And we'll listen to 15 seconds of that song, and we'll play it now. Okay.
I guess.
Clue number 3. This is from EGM, volume 83. This is a preview for the game. The game starts with you having a short run-in with a woman shop owner who has special feelings for you. This romantic conflict goes on throughout blank. Each town you visit has a special feature that makes the visit worthwhile, whether it's a slot machine or an armor or a weapon upgrade. There are a lot of villages to explore and people to talk to. Some have vital information. Talking to everyone is important. Humor can be found in some of the townspeople's speech. Some little girls may think you're a hunk, and some old men will wish that they could still fight monsters like they used to.
I might be tanking, Dustin.
I
might
don't
be-
know for sure, but I think that I've got it.
You might be getting me here.
Clue number 4, commentary from that cowboy guy. I'm not even halfway through, but it doesn't take long to see just how far-reaching Blank's influence is. The positives between Golden Sun and Wild Arms puzzle solving and Azure Dream's turn-based movement. Blank set the foundation for mechanics I would come to love for years later. For things that are just okay, the dialogue is a mixed bag from leaving you cringing at gender stereotypes to being amazed that this was made over 25 years ago. Graphically, musically, this game was generally immersive, though the reused assets had me wishing parts of the game away.
I'm still not 100% sure.
Yeah, but I'm feeling better.
And it's the one that you guessed first, Nolan?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay.
No.
Kenny is awfully silent right now, so
Yeah, I'm
curious.
trying.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Kenny's like, okay,
Yep.
so is this a game?
So, our final clue of today. This is from the back of the game's box, right? Back of the packaging. The ultimate role-playing game. This exciting sequel to the Blank Legend pits Monster Hunter Maxim and 6 adventuring companions against the sinister Blank. The story develops into a complex maze, challenging you with big battles, puzzles, and loads of surprises. You can even grow your own monsters. You will enjoy countless hours on a fantastic journey in the world of Blank.
Dustin. Your face scares me. I think we had the same answer up until now.
Hold on.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. I have to look at this list. Hang on.
Did you
This
say
was-
Maxim
Maxim.
Yeah.
is
okay.
the main character?
He's like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
He's
he is in
disputing it.
disbelief.
Okay.
You can grow your own monsters. Are you guys ready? For the big reveal?
No.
Dustin, you
I'm
locked
I'm
in?
not ready. I'm
am
not.
so distraught because my life has been uprooted.
What if Kenny has 5 here? What if he has
This would be
5?
amazing if Kenny comes in and wins this entire thing.
Let me go last, then I can decide if I'm going to lie to you guys about how I wrote my answers down.
Don't you
Yeah.
dare. I'm changing
Okay.
my answer. I cannot believe that I'm changing my answer.
All
I'm
right,
actually
let me know when you guys are locked
staying
in.
with mine.
I'm
Okay.
locked in.
Okay.
This is the
You will enjoy
worst.
countless hours on a fantastic journey in the world of Lufia. And the game is Lufia 2,
Can-
Rise
Nolan,
of the
want
Sinistrals.
I want you to have the worst Christmas of your life.
Wait, did you put Lufia at all, Dustin?
I had Lufia on my first guess and changed it. to Lunar.
Okay.
Silver
Dude,
Star
me too.
Story.
Dude.
Because I am confident that there are 4 heroes that saved the day one
There
time.
are. But
What is-
okay, I put Saga
Every
Frontier.
RPG has 4 heroes.
Put Saga Frontier, wrong. Which is not 4 heroes. That was the dumbest guess. There's like 30. Then I put, what did you say?
I'm
Then I put Lufia 2. Then I changed it to Lunar Silver Star Saga.
Yeah.
Then I changed it back on the last one to
Lufia. So you
Lufia.
got 2 points.
But
Well,
here's
no,
the thing. I don't
he
know
changed
anything
it on the
about
last
Lufia.
one. So
Yeah,
you
no,
got
I
1
had
point.
Silver Star for 2. So I got 2 points.
You get a
You got
point
2
every
points.
time you were right.
I don't remember
yeah, you get
that
a point
game
every time you're right.
Oh.
at all. That was complete shot in the dark. I was like, I don't know. It's not the other one, so it's elimination.
And that track was from the opening of the game. So
Didn't recognize it.
that was the opening kind of cinematic. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
How many points do I need
I
to
thought-
dethrone Nolan?
Yeah, you need 5.
There's no one.
So you would have
There's
need
no
to.
shot.
You're a liar.
You would have need
No
to
shot,
clear it.
Kenny.
You're a liar.
Kenny?
He can't fake it.
All right, I put Luffy at 2, and I put it down more than once.
Okay, and then you changed it how many times?
Nice.
No, it's 2 of my 5 answers, unfortunately.
2 of
Okay.
your 5. Okay.
Yeah,
what were,
I'm
what were
taking
your other?
the
Did you-
moral victory that I tied on this
Yeah.
question with Nolan, but the big L because I couldn't compete
Oh, yeah, I
on
was
some of
gonna
the others.
That was a really
Yeah.
tricky last one, Tom. Good job.
I thought you guys were gonna think Final Fantasy, but you've played it so recently,
Yeah.
and everyone knows Final Fantasy 6.
And that
so
one's not
it's kind
40,
of hard
that
to
one's 20.
confuse that one. Yeah, for sure. Dustin.
Well,
Well-
I mean, I ended up putting Lunar Silver Star for all of them except the final one. I changed and I put Luffy at 2 at that point because when you said the character's name was Maxim, I knew that wasn't.
Yeah, that's not a
And
character.
Raise Monsters, I knew that wasn't Lunar anymore, and so I had to change it at that point to another RPG. So I got it right, but I got only 1 point for that, which I think means that I came in second. Kenny came in third.
And for the second time in a row,
And Nolan came in first.
I got what I wanted for Christmas.
the crowned champion. Nolan with 20 points.
I mean,
Dustin with 16 points.
really
Kenny with
try.
15.
Whoa, I
Nice,
only barely
nice.
beat Kenny. Man, this has been a terrible year.
That was close. That was close. That was a ton of fun. Thank you guys for the opportunity to come back on and bring some holiday trivia.
You are the best. Merry Christmas, Tom.
The best. Merry Christmas.
Enjoy the holidays. Take care.
Thanks, Tom.
Congratulations, Nolan. You are once again the winner of the Christmas game.
I know.
Uh,
I knew
But-
that
Well
one.
done, I guess.
no,
Mad.
you deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you.
I did well. I'm proud of what I did. Kenny's proud of how he did.
No, I'm not.
He's so pissed. He's
I
so
did terribly.
Okay. Well,
And-
maybe you should try a little harder next year. I don't know. You have quite a long time to prepare. If you
Something
Well,
like 365 days.
is that the
About.
answer to the question?
No, he's got that many days to prepare.
Oh right.
As we set aside the game, it is time to look back on the year 2022. It's quickly coming to a close. And as always, we want to take a few moments and we want to reflect, get into our psyche, our mind, and our spirit, how 2022 has gone in the life of New Game Plus. So I just want to open the floor. Is there something that stands out to you as a success or something that was really great or really fun for the year?
Absolutely. No, Nolan wants to go first, and I'm not going to let him.
I
in case
want.
he
I
steals
get
my
to go
answer.
first.
No, Kenny gets to
No.
go first because he's
Oh,
only
losers
got
go
What?
first. Losers go first. You go. You.
Yeah, you won. You have to go last now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fine. Losers go first. So, looking back, here's what I loved about this year. We had a boatload of people decide to become directors. That's cool, just like in its own front. But really, the reason I like that is because those episodes are so fun for me. I love getting the chance to play a game. The randomizer's great, but she's finicky. And
She's
playing
tough.
something that is either like quality that we know is coming from someone, or that's got like a cool story associated with it, or some nostalgia, or like a personal memory. Like those moments are so fun to relive with people. And so it's just been a blast getting to like go on that journey and invite people onto the podcast and get to know them a little bit. And just that whole vibe of like director episodes are always a lot of fun. So I'm glad that we got to do a bunch of them this year because they put a big old grin on my face.
And the support's awesome. Like
Oh.
it's overwhelming and great and helps us in so many ways. But like even besides the monetary value. It's just so nice to know that people want to hang out with us. I don't know.
Absolutely.
And we had a lot of those episodes this year.
We did, and we still have a few more
I know.
to get.
We
through,
got a
so.
few, in the canon, in the gun,
in the cannon.
they're loaded up in our cannon pit.
Something that I'm really proud of that we started doing. It wasn't my idea. I think it was Dustin's idea, but we've started doing gaming news segments to post on socials, TikTok and YouTube Shorts kind of being the main ones. Post on Instagram too or whatever. Really cool. Like TikTok's a really cool platform with a lot of potential, and we saw some success with it. We got 19K followers on it this year from zero. I think we started the account this year, which is crazy growth, and there's still a lot there that we can tap into for sure. So I'm excited to continue to do that, but the gaming news segments are just fun. Like it's just a fun little break for us, not having to do the retro part of the show. And I think it's helped us, and I think it's going to be fun going forward, and we'll just keep getting better at it.
And the virility was insane to watch.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Across all of our platforms, particularly TikTok, it was new to us this year, and we had one hit over 2 million views, and we had one just recently hit around 50,000, and so like it's great. It helps us to be able to expand, that's the word, expand our reach, and that's always good and nice.
Absolutely.
Another thing is that we were able to kind of take our Patreon page to the next level, and we didn't do drastic changes because it didn't need drastic changes, but we did make enough tweaks to say, hey, we're taking this to Patreon 2.0. We changed our director tier just a little bit because we have more than we ever thought that we would, and so to entice people to stay and want to be a part of that, we've created the director's court. We haven't dipped our toes into that, but starting in 2023, we're about to do our first director's court.
Can't wait.
My gosh. Wait, that's so pumped. I didn't know.
We're on behalf of our community, they will be able to lead us back to a game and try to convince us to change our vote on said game.
That's going to be great.
We also were able to come up with a few new goals in our in Patreon. And so our last one had been us getting together and recording, which that's something we're talking about. But we were able to put on 3 or 4 brand new goals, including things like getting together and doing a retro shopping spree, or doing NGP Live, where we do a live episode where you can join us online, or even my favorite, I think all of our favorite, is the potential cosplay episode.
I just know it's going to work.
I actually cannot wait.
Yeah,
I can. A long time I can.
There's going to be so much cardboard.
Wait, and they pick
and
the
so
character?
much duct tape.
Community selection
I don't
of
know,
Tifa
guys.
for me.
And so much face paint. It's
They're
going to be
pick
amazing.
something you don't want to do, I assure you.
No, I'm keeping a veto in my pocket.
Okay.
We did this last year, but it was fun to do again this year, and that's our anniversary episode call-ins, where our community is able to call in and be a part of the episode.
Huge highlight. Those are so much fun.
Yeah. And just because we've done it before doesn't mean that it can't be a highlight 2 years in a row, because it was. Talking to you, hearing from you, reading your kind words, and then being able to hand select a game, or not hand select, but randomize a game from the games that you actually verbally pitched to us. That's just super, super cool.
Yeah, and you had mentioned this already, but it is worth talking about a little more. We did hit the goal where we record in person. Dustin flew out here, and that alone was almost like a proof of concept too. Like I think we all walked away being like, that was so much fun. Let's make this yearly. Let's make this an annual thing. So I hope so. I hope it becomes that, because people were hanging out with us live, and we had so much content that we created while we were together, and it's fun to just sit in Kenny's office with the green screen up on the wall. So that was a fun accomplishment.
And our patrons know now, because we released a Patreon poll today for them to submit their game. But we've got a game coming up, or an episode coming up at the end of this year, our final episode of the year, where the 3 of us are actually going to be together again to record.
Again. And you know what? We're cleaning out our storage unit because we don't need it anymore, and I'm going to grab the green screen. Let me know, Kenny.
I don't know about I don't know
No?
about that.
Come on, we're not talking about that. We're not downer. This is
This is
an
an upper.
This is upper. There's also been some just fun kind of natural moments. We've talked about a few of our like official community events. This one partly comes to mind just because it wasn't long ago, but I've loved some of our kind of impromptu community moments as well. And this is just a reminder for people if they're not in Discord and part of our community that they're missing out on some really cool things. Video game awards came out, and a whole bunch of community members just hopped in Discord. Dustin, you kind of like live tweeted through the whole thing. We all watched it together and like talked about it and reacted real time. And we got to be there in the moment that everybody was so confused about the Bill Clinton rabbi moment and like just laugh together. And it was so memorable. And I love just that our community is growing. It's always been great, but it has continued to grow. And there continues to be cool moments like that weekly in Discord, but like scattered throughout as well. And we continue to have the best community is my next sort of reflection.
Absolutely. I think we've got 860 members in our Discord right now. 860.
We need 1K.
We do need 1K, but that's
Tell your family.
That's what. Just make additional accounts, whatever you do.
Everybody bring your mom to the podcast. We need more moms in here.
I'll add one other thing in that we came out with a new custom t-shirt design.
Yes,
one of our very own Epic Dom created one, handcrafted one with so much so many nods to the community, to episodes, to inside jokes, Easter eggs. It was so good. I got to I'm Cloud.
You're Cloud,
with a
dude.
Buster sword. Kenny's a wizard.
But you're having to
and
deal with that horse.
Nolan's from Dark Souls, and yeah, the horse. It's just all. It was so.
We did
good.
a limited run.
Limited run. It's no longer available.
It's back.
It's no longer available.
It's back. I'm saying it now.
So hopefully
No,
you got your shirt while it lasted.
Yeah.
So those were some of the highlights of 2022 as we turn our heads and look towards 2023. Where we inevitably mess up the date the first few times that we write it on checks. Just kidding, we don't do checks.
Checks. Boomer.
We don't?
And that's all Kenny does. He pays for his groceries and checks. Let's talk about some of our goals, some of the things we hope to accomplish in the year 2023.
Kenny go first? I go first?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Mine is
Jump.
similar in theme. I told you I like those director episodes. I like chatting with people. And not only would I like to continue to have a bunch of director episodes because I know we got some, I would love to see us have more guest episodes. We had a couple seasons in the past where we were super on top of that, getting some cool folks in, talking to them. We've kind of fallen off doing that as consistently as I would like.
Good point.
And so I would love to see some more folks come on the show. So if you're best friends with Joe Rogan or anybody famous, or
I would not have him.
actually have a connection to somebody that's got video game related content and think that they would be entertaining to talk to about old video game stuff, let us know. We'd love to have them.
Which, by the way, I just a formal announcement. We did decide, the three of us, not to do an interview with Ye because of his current
His people reached out. Yeah.
He did ask,
instability where he's at. We decided not to do that. We're not going to promote that kind of behavior. So
Right.
you will not see him on NGP.
Don't worry about him, but we might have Trump. One of my goals is I would love us, and I don't know what those would look like necessarily because it doesn't exist, but a new type of content, video content. And I'm thinking like First Place. That's like a staple of what we put out every week alongside an episode. I would love us to expand. Like we do elements, well, but something like that. It's time for us to grow and stretch. And I think, again, with the success we've seen on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, I think too is another place we can do that. I think we can get really creative with all things retro and help me with ideas, but I just want us to do some more interesting things that might help engage people that don't normally look for on Spotify the soundtrack of what is Clint's famous search?
Rocket on Robot on
Yeah,
Wheels.
right. So that's a specific fan one. I would like to expand that, So I don't know. I just want to see more video content from us this year overall.
I think there's a chance our community has grown since you dropped your unboxing video. Opening
great.
up.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
But even
and
just
like
that
Dustin
kind of
makes
casual
them.
content.
Dustin makes them from
Absolutely.
time to time. Like, what N64 carts do you have? That kind of stuff is just really good, and we should do that. We do this. We're professionals.
Yeah, and this segment is an upper, not a downer, so I won't remind us that was one of our goals for last year. But I do agree
It can
that
still be a goal.
creating additional content, I think, and we've started stepping that direction, right? But like even
Absolutely.
I love that we've been posting even some behind the scenes on Patreon, some outtakes from some of our
Bloopers,
recordings.
if you
and,
will.
we're even preparing a challenge right now that hopefully we'll be able to release within the next couple of weeks.
Easy.
I'm looking forward to it.
So we've got some additional content that's coming out in the near future. I also I've hesitated putting this, and then I've hesitated sharing it.
Oh God! You
But
quitting?
what if in 2023? Now I'm going to say it in an audacious way, and you can kind of bring it down in your mind to like something that would actually be possible. But what I wrote is just 3 simple words, and they are as follows: build a studio.
Amen.
Okay.
Upper.
That was easy. I'm staying up.
No, I'm
You
all
threw
for
a
it.
downer in on mine.
Yeah, you said I was going to have to bring you down. I thought you were going to say conquer the world.
Wait. Yes. So many sub points to that.
We can't get all into it, but that would be a cool thing for us to have a little
Yes.
permanently set up
Yes.
NGP space studio to record in
With a
anytime we're
mixer,
able to.
with Dylan like there,
with a
with
live
a video
with Dylan there, the live
switching. Yes.
Live audience.
Yes.
Oh, not live audience.
Live studio
Why
audience
can't we have
where
a
we
live
like
studio audience?
we tell them
not
when to
what podcasters
clap,
do.
and we tell them when to like go and we have like a
decide
celebrity
what
walk in.
podcasters do.
I feel like y'all are
Yeah.
downing on my up.
I'm not downing.
No,
I want
we're
that
up and you're
100%.
up.
We like I said, we turned Kenny's house into a studio, and it was so sick. But we need that permanently.
We can,
And also,
we
we
can
need
keep it
to
that
live
way
together.
for the right amount of rent money.
I'm not. No.
Anything else? Any
Yes.
final goals? All right.
I'm repeating another goal from last year. We made strides on merch, but it's not a 2.0 relaunch.
Right.
I would not call it that. I would call it a
no.
1.5 patch. How about that? Maybe 1.5B patch. And I think that Dom is very talented and can make several more things. So this is a call out. This is a request. We want to commission more designs and do like an official actual re-release where we trash the old and then with the new. And I think we can. I think that's 100% within our power in a year. It was just on me, and I drug it out, and things happen. But we did get a shirt out of it, so there's some progress. I just want to see a full-on like revamp.
Yeah. And we want to continue to expand our audience. We've got numbers that we'd like to reach internally and things like that. We'd like all of our socials as well as our just overall listenership to continue to go up. They're a great place. I mean, we probably, I would imagine, could not have imagined what reach we would have at this stage in the game or any of those things. And so we're so grateful for where we are and for every single one of you that are listening. And we hope that even more of you are listening come this time next year. There are many different ways to find us and follow us and listen to us. And Nolan can tell you exactly where you can get deeply embedded within the community.
1K. We need 1K of you to go to discord.gg/newgameplus. Seriously, that is, Kenny mentioned it earlier, but like things happen spontaneously. People are talking constantly in there. We're in there. And I mean, just everything happens there, honestly. That's where I would point you, even before our website. So go to discord.gg/newgameplus and get plugged in this year.
Yeah. Hey, it goes without saying as well, but while we're here and looking back and looking ahead, we'd love our community's ideas as well about the kind of content that you guys would be into. If there's new things we haven't done that you think could be fun or interesting or would capture your attention or be something worth us doing, we may not have thought of it. We may thought of it and think it's a terrible idea and shoot it down, but you don't know that until you suggest it. So don't just hop in Discord, shoot us some thoughts, shoot us an email. We'd love to dream with you guys and figure out just exactly where to go next to keep bringing you guys interesting, entertaining retro video game content.
And if they do so, Kenny, they'll be able to meet other people that are in our community.
They will. Including a number of people who have been so invested in our community that
Kenny's
they
not
have
good with billboards.
I'm not. That they've become supporters of the show, like our amazing list of producers, including Adam, Alex, Amarlian, Antonin, Ben, DH Bowser, Ellis, Francesca, Gimbin, Jared, Joey, Jordan, J. Robert, Justin, Clid, Nick Nack, Corey, Lawai, Mal, Maxima, Mr. Latte, Sajan, Shauna, Subsonic Demon, Thomas, Unbelievable, William, and Zion. Of course, shout out to our director level supporters as well. We've loved talking to all of you, except for those of you who haven't and look forward to it. Bro Jim, Garlisle, Shane, Tasty Yogurt, Super Hyper, Daniel Brunt. Thanks so much. Shout out to Tazelhoft for becoming our newest producer still, but that was a little while ago. By the time you're listening to this, I just realized I didn't say his name in the other list. So thanks so much. Y'all are the best.
And I would imagine you said something to our directors too, but I just wanted to say thank you again, directors, because you are amazing.
Oh, okay. I thought he didn't. That'd be so
Neither
funny.
of you listen at all. You check out
we
and
do.
play
I
with your
love
little
these people.
doodads. You play
We
with
love
your
these
little
people.
doodads.
There's 3 people in particular, Nolan, that we also love.
Who? Our moms?
No,
Who?
our team that you're supposed to shout out.
Hey, guys. Every
My
year.
girls are so good
Remember-
at this.
Remember when just a little while ago Nolan said we're professionals?
It's no.
I take
And
it
now
back.
we're
We
trying
don't
to
need
prove
a
him
studio.
wrong.
I'm
We
just
don't need a
so
studio.
in a
No.
constant state of being thankful for our team that I don't feel like I need to say it.
We
But
do need a studio. That way you can write on a little
And pass it
thing
under
and
the
hold
table?
it up.
Okay.
And don't make us look like idiots.
And I can pinch you under the table.
Pinch?
I would
We
never.
clearly
Just kidding.
could
No.
not
I hate that.
have.
I hate that. I hate that.
We clearly could not make a podcast happen. Listen to us. Look at us. We have a team behind the scenes that y'all don't even know about. Some of you do, but most of you don't. That edits our videos, edits our audio, mods our community, and does so much for us on a regular basis that we need them. They're very vital to the show. And so we just want to take a moment to say thank you to Hookshot, who does our graphics. We want to say thank you to Dylan, our video editor, and our audio editor, Dan. Thank you so much for all that you do for us. We really, really appreciate it.
And thank you again to Tom for coming on and hosting that
And
game.
Tom.
A lot of fun. You can find us on our social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. All of those links are in our show notes. Listen directly on any podcast provider of your choice. Make sure you subscribe so that you are the first to get new NGP episodes. And while you're at it, please leave a kind rating and a kind review. Our video episode was edited by our friend Dylan. Our audio episode was edited and produced by our friend Dan Willett. Thank you for joining us for this very special Christmascast episode. Next week, we'll be back with our regularly scheduled program.
Ooh.
Until then, I'm still Dancer.
I'm still blitzing.
None of y'all said anything about my Christmas pajamas.
Wait,
And-
they're PJs? I just thought it was a shirt you own, like a normal person's shirt.
Does it have like buttons on the bottom? So does it have buttons on the bottom?
No, they're too tight.
And this has been New Game Plus.